Good morning or good afternoon, everyone, depending on where you're joining us from today, and welcome to the webinar. My name is Liam Brager from the Business Review team, and I'll be your host for the webinar today. It's our pleasure to have with us once again Catalent, who will be discussing optimizing therapies and expediting commercialization through drug development innovations. Today's guest speakers are Dr. David Fulper, who is the Director of Technology Support, Dr. Derek Bush, who is a formulation scientist, and Keith Tanner, who is the Manager of Technology Development, all with Catalent. I'd like to take a few moments just at the start of the session to remind you of a few features of the software and how we run things here. We will try to dedicate about 10 to 15 minutes at the end of the session to run a live Q&A. However, you don't need to wait until then to ask your questions. You'll notice in the bottom right-hand side corner of your screen a Q&A tool. Please ask your questions using the Q&A tool and submit to all panelists as they come to you. And we'll then do our best to answer as many of those questions as we can throughout the Q&A session. If we don't get around to them, Catalent's team will be in touch with you in due course. So I'm just going to hand over control to our first speaker, who is David Fulper. So David, you should be able to speak to us now.
Okay, thanks, Liam. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for attending today's webinar.
So with that, we are coming to a close. So I'd like to say thank you to David and to Derek and to Keith once again for all of your presentations. They were all wonderful. And thank you very much to Catalent for sponsoring. As I'd said earlier, we will be making a recording of the webinar available, and it'll be through business-review-webinars.com. Or through the guys at Catalent as well, where you can find a host of other Catalent sessions as well, and keep up to date with all of the Catalent sessions that will be coming up in the future. So guys, unless you've got any final words to leave the audience with?
Thank you all for everybody's participation.
Wonderful. Well, in that case, thank you very much to everyone for listening. Thank you very much for the presentation, and we look forward to seeing all of you again shortly.